Hello everyone, welcome back to AP World History Essay Writing, DBQ. And today we're going to focus on use of the documents. I just want to give you a reminder that this essay writing module for AP World History requires that you write down important notes that will help you in our Canvas course quizzes that are after each teaching module. And remember, if it's been written or displayed in a presentation, then you should be writing it down. And if a teacher goes through a presentation and states something of importance, then you should also write that down as well. Keep in mind that your notebook should be clean, fresh. Try and only use it for AP World History. This will help you stay organized. And remember, while taking notes, please make sure you write the title of the lesson and the slide title to help you stay organized as well. That way, when you're looking back through your notes, it's easy to find information because you know under which category it belongs to or which slide, for example. Now, the DBQ use of the documents module goes through an overview of document analysis necessary for successful performance on the AP World History DBQ essay. And as always, email me with any questions that you have about essay writing or the summer work in general. I am here to help. Okay, it's important that you utilize the content of the documents to support the stated thesis or the relevant argument. And you must use all 7 documents. The AP World History, AP Central, and College Board actually only require you to use 6. However, if you only use 6 documents in your analysis within your essay, and you misuse or misinterpret one of those documents, then that only leaves you with accurately applying the information from 5 of the documents. So I require all of my students to use all 7 documents. Therefore, if you misinterpret one, you would still receive the point. In addition to that, if you remember from the format module, of your 3 answers that are in your thesis and your 3 body paragraphs, I require that you use 3 documents to support that answer. So 2 of the documents you would reuse or use for a second time anyway. It's necessary to go beyond repeating or just paraphrasing the information from the document by explaining the information. And you can do that by using the content to demonstrate the connection that the evidence has to the thesis. Also, absolutely no quoting. That does not demonstrate an understanding of the information. So do not quote from the document. And again, you shouldn't just repeat or paraphrase that information. You have to take the information that's within that document, interpret it in a way that you understand, and then explain that information. And each document should have an explanation statement. Do not group multiple documents together in one statement. Each document should have its own explanation. Okay, primary sources, both textual and visual, provide historians with valuable information about the past, and that allows them to make arguments about historical events and processes. Now, primary sources have complications, so historians have to analyze these sources using a specific set of skills. And these skills involve describing, selecting, and evaluating relevant evidence about the past from diverse sources, drawing conclusions about their relevance to different historical issues. Historical analysis focuses on the connection between the content of the source and the author, the point of view, the purpose, the audience, and even the format of that source. And also, lastly, historians must assess the usefulness, reliability, and limitations of the source as historical evidence. And as a student, you should be able to explain the relevance of the content of the information and apply that content accurately to support your argument. And that's actually, that's the point. Now, secondary sources, also both textual and visual, can be presented in a variety of ways. And conflicting secondary sources have led to very different interpretations of the past, including different causes, effects, and models of periodization. And it's necessary to examine how the context in which a historian writes can influence his or her interpretation of the past. That's also important. And lastly, how other disciplines or fields of study can offer insights into the past, which can help historians build their interpretations. So when you look at secondary sources, it's necessary to keep a few things in mind. Does the excerpt contain a thesis or a claim? And if so, what is that claim? What analysis does the author offer in terms of causes and the effects? And what theme does the author focus on to explain this particular event within the excerpt? And what kinds of evidence does the author provide to support that analysis? Those are some things that you should keep in mind when going through and analyzing documents. And that concludes our module for using the documents. Again, if you have any questions, please email me.